Well, hey guys, got a first impression and review for you today on an R.L. Allen 53 long primer in blue Highland goatskin. It's, of course, the King James Version. Now, I don't personally have a King James Version in my collection. I would like to use it from time to time, so I picked one up. It's kind of a higher end Bible. It's the Speckled version. It's pretty limited as far as I know. So here is the Bible. All right, so here we are. Of course, you got that beautiful Allen box. Very simple. It's a blue box, blue cardboard box. Pretty sturdy with the Allen sticker on there. Again, this is the Allen 53 NB. I'm not sure what the NB stands for, to be honest. Oh, navy blue, of course. Of course. Well, the Allen 53 navy blue speckled long primer King James Version reference Bible with a concordance. And so here is the Bible. Now again, this comes with a blue Highland goatskin. It's a very beautiful goatskin. You can see the grain on it. It's very deep. It's got that Highland scarring that's typical with your Highland goatskin. And of course, on the front here, you've got a Holy Bible. And then on the side, Holy Bible, concordance, and Allen. Now I will point out that there is a minor defect on the spine here. I don't really know what it is. It's like a rougher leather. So I'm not sure if that's a scar. If that's a scar, that's really awesome in my opinion because it makes it super unique. But of course with Allen, you're not going to get those raised spine hubs. You're going to get those tooled lines on the spine. Now this does come with a full yap, and so I'll show that to you here. Closes all the way. Opening it up, you've got a beautiful double-lined art gilting around the corners here. Highland goatskin. It's in a gold. The corners are some of the best corners I've seen from Allen. And then, of course, this is an edge-line Bible. Now, opening it up, to the text block, you're going to have your typical presentation pages that Allen provides. Opening it up to the Holy Bible. This is the authorized King James Version. I do believe that this was a typical model Bible. The layout was typical of Bibles back in the 50s and so on and so forth. Let's check it out here. Let's find a date. Well, it is printed in printed in the Netherlands by Royal Youngblood. It's not bound in the Netherlands, however. Let's see if I can find a date. This is kind of cool. They've got to the Most High and Mighty Prince James by the grace of God and so on and so forth. They've got an epistle dedicatory. Your contents. Pages are still sticking together. It's that brand new. References, and then opens up to the text block. Now again, I wish I knew when this Bible was popular, but they took an old layout and put it in a new binding. And so what you'll see here is just this beautiful, beautiful layout. Let me go ahead and open it up to the start of a new book. We'll go to Judges 3. So the book of Judges starts on a fresh page. You've got a double column paragraph format with your reference suite in the center, as common with most premium Bibles. It was an older style that they had. The references were always typically in the center. This is a very historic layout. The paper is a very end-opaque paper, probably the most end-opaque paper I've seen. You're going to get 3 red ribbons, which I'm not going to pull out right now, but they are your Beresford ribbons, typical with most premium Bibles. There's the end of it right there. Nice, solid red. Moving forward, one thing you'll notice is whenever I find a new chapter, the way this Bible works, the layout, is that they just start a new book where the last book left off. So they don't do a introduction. They don't save a new heading or new book for a new page. They just kind of, it runs over each other is the best way I can say it. It just continues. So when the first book of Kings ends, the second book of Kings will pick up right there. The text block is very, very flat. This is going to lay open flat upon, I mean, look at that. You're not even at the start of Genesis and it's already laying flat. So the binding on this Bible is incredible. Moving forward, let's go to the Psalms here. So the Psalms, you're not going to have a poem format. You're going to have that same double column paragraph format. Now, one thing that's cool in the Psalms is that it is verse by verse. 7, 8, 10, 9, 10, 11, 12, so on and so forth. The gilding on this Bible is just very unique. It's got a deep red gilding, and it turns into a softer red with those speckled edges. Now, this is the first Bible with speckled edges that I have, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's got a yellow and a dark blue, and even almost a gold speckling on it. Now, this corner right here, you can see that there is a much larger spot. There's also some bleed through, or not even bleed through, but some minor defects there, which I've come to accept with Allen. The thing with Allen is the Bibles are very premium, but you're going to have some variances. In my opinion, this is probably the best Allen Bible I've ever gotten. So I really do enjoy it. I don't plan on using it too much, but I would like to use it from time to time. This is just a very beautiful Bible. The paper is, I would say, maybe a 32 GSM. It's definitely not a 28, and it's definitely not a 36, so maybe a 32 GSM. It is a black letter text, so the words of Christ are not in red. However, the layout and just the wording is so bold, it's so prominent. It looks like it's line matched, so there's not a lot of ghosting, which I really appreciate. Getting to the back, you're going to have a bit of a different concordance. So you're going to have, at the start, you're going to have a dictionary of scripture proper names, a subject index, and then a concordance. So I'm not too familiar with the scripture proper names. It seems as if they have the names that are mentioned in scripture. You know, you've got Aaron, Abel, and it shows you how to pronounce them. So Abel Meloha, Abel Meholah, and it kind of gives some verses where they're referenced. So that's kind of cool. That goes on for just quite a bit. The interesting thing is that this whole portion right here is your dictionary, your concordance, and your proper name. So that's quite a lot. I almost wonder, I think this might even be the New King James 53 Longprimer C. I was told it was not a C, but with a concordance this long, it almost seems as if it is. And so you're going to have a concordance, a double column concordance, very readable. Yep, there's the areas where it's sticking, it seems as if you can see that right there. There's a lot of bleed through on some pages with this speckling, and your pages are going to kind of stick. That's what they seem if you watch this. It's not going to do it now, but you can see the bleed through and the bleeding of the gilding. That's not a huge deal for me. Again, this is a new concept for me. I don't have any speckled Bibles, so it doesn't bother me too much. But if you're someone who loves, see, here's a good, yeah, see the pages are sticking together a bit. It's also just because they're brand new. But to digress, we'll go ahead and get to the maps. You're going to have Bible maps by New Oxford. Let's see if I can get this open here. So these maps are different than I'm used to, but they're pretty nice. I'm not a huge map user myself, but to each his own. And then, of course, with your Allens, you're going to get your Allen lined notebook paper. And there's a good amount of paper there, probably about 30 pages. This is on a thicker, probably a 40 GSM paper. maybe a 42 GSM paper. It's a single column lined format. Very beautiful. Very practical if you like taking notes. And then, of course, the end of the Bible. And so that's it, guys. That is the Longprimer 53. I believe it's the C. It's got the concordance right there, so I think this is the 53C. I want to do a little couple of comparisons on some other Allen Bibles. Right here is an Allen Reader's ESV edition in black Highland goatskin. And so these Bibles are going to be a bit different in size. Same height, almost the same thickness. However, the Allen Reader's is going to be a bit wider than the primer, the Longprimer. And you're going to have a good yap on the reader, but not a full yap. And I forgot to mention on this 53C, you've got a tooled edging there, as well as on the outside there. Now, to pull in one more Bible, I've got a Allen Classic Reference Edition. Now, this has been rebound by a company called Rustic Leatherworks, but this is the text block that you find in an Allen New Classic Reference Edition. And I love this text block. There's reasons I don't use it typically, but I don't want to get into that in this video. But to compare sizes, the primer is going to be quite a bit taller and wider than the Classic Reference Edition. And so I hope this gives you some size comparisons if you're looking into getting this Bible. I can't say that they'll have it on their website when you see this video, but I will post a link to their website, and hopefully you can find it. Again, this is the Allen New King James Version Longprimer 53C with speckled pages. Absolutely beautiful Bible. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time, God bless.